Hello everybody, today we're going to do things a little bit backwards. I am not going to be in the camera, you see my shadow. I am going to show you around my garden. So I hope everybody is having a fantastic Saturday. Let's talk some plants. So right here at the entrance we have our marjoram, which is finally starting to come back. It did not transplant so well when I first bought it. I like buying my herbs from a reputable greenery instead of planting them from seed most of the time, just because you have better luck. And this marjoram is doing pretty good. And then I have my lemon balm, which I moved into the ground. It was super root bound, as you can see on the leaves. So this browning that you see on the leaves is because it was root bound. And it was in the same size pot as this, like this gallon pot right here. So it root bound itself pretty quick. And then we have our onions and potatoes, and my lettuce is going to flower, so I'll be collecting these flower seeds soon. So you can see, we'll be collecting some lettuce seeds so that I can replant that. And let's go this way because I want to show the inside of the garden real quick. Okay, don't mind all my weeds, we're working on the path. So in my path, I planted right in the center of my garden, I have some oregano to bring joy to the center of my garden. And then I have thyme, so we have lemon thyme, we have traditional thyme, more lemon thyme, more traditional thyme. This was also root bound. You can see it's got that same, the leaves are way smaller, but let's see. It still has that same browning of the edge of the leaves, which is that root boundness. So then we have all of our tomatoes. This is the first year I've used tomato cages. So last year all my tomatoes just like fell over, which is funny. We have our onion flowers, which are also, they're so heavy. You see this one's bent. They're going to seed. I'm going to have to come out and wrap these with cheesecloth to collect these seeds. The bugs are really enjoying them. Then I have all my peppers. Very excited about having peppers. Look at those peppers. They're hiding. Let's see. Look, here's a pepper. Pepper. Anyways, the biggest pepper plants I've ever had. I'm very excited. They're doing very well. I got Brussels sprouts, which check out this cool Brussels. Oh, spider web. This Brussels sprout is purple. Isn't that amazing? It's so cool. So my husband is so sweet. He brought me home some prairie sage, which is doing really well. It's very happy. I just tried it yesterday. And it smells really good. I actually like these wild sages. This smells better. This is some prairie sage. Then we've got all of our pumpkins, like eating my Russian sage over there. Alright, so let's go back around this way. We'll go around the outside of the garden. Oh, I bought lemongrass. And I planted it here next to my posts for my peas. My peas are past the point of collecting. Look at that, the bugs, grasshoppers. Anyways, alright, so we're here on this entrance where I've got my parsley to protect me in the garden. Let's rotate. We've got our purple sage, which isn't, grasshopper, which isn't doing that well this year. And like I said in the other video, the purple sage does not winter well. It's not hardy to this zone, so I'll have to cover it and build it a little greenhouse for the winter, and hopefully it'll survive this winter. I really love the purple on these leaves. They're beautiful, and it has a really light smell. And then we have, which I saw in the store, they call it broadleaf sage, bergamot, something like that. But as you can see, these leaves are much broader than on that other plant. And these are just, it's a really nice plant. It does winter, so this has come back from last year. It is very happy, as you can see. It is very full. It needs to be cleaned up. And grasshoppers. This is grasshoppers right here. Grasshoppers. We've got our grape plants. I'm trying to grow some grapes. That's not why we're here today. And my golden sage, which is just beautiful, and it is getting so big. It's probably tripled in size from last year. And this one, again, wintered really well. It's got these beautiful colored leaves. It has that same traditional kind of musty kitchen sage. Look at my pumpkins. But just so you can see, right There we go. Pumpkins! So amazing. And then this is a new one that I have in the yard this year. This is a tricolored sage. As you can see, it's got purple and pink in the leaves. It is really pretty. It's a lot like that golden sage. I think it's the same kind of variety. And it is doing pretty good. If only I could get these stupid grasshoppers under control. And then, step over my pumpkins that are taking over. We have our kitchen sage. This is just the traditional kitchen sage. We had a grasshopper, and as you can see, everywhere. They're causing so many problems with my sage. The Russian sage, which I'm doing a test right now to see how the flowers dry. They're beautiful, but to see how the flowers dry for a dry powdered incense. I'm hoping it goes well, because as you can see, this plant is big. Oh, I'm sorry, spider. I did not mean to mess up your nest or your whatever. Okay, come on around. Now this sage is one of the, this is not doing very well, but this is a Ornamental Sage. The grasshoppers, as you can see, are just destroying it. But this is an Ornamental Sage. It'll have those big purple flowers on it. Bluebell sage or something like that, meadow sage. And here's a fun one. So this is pineapple sage. Look how big it is. It's beautiful. It's doing so happy here. I had not bought it last year, but it really does smell like pineapples. I'm curious to see what it does when I smudge it, or make it into a smudge stick. Well, hello bee. But look at underneath. I have this sage growing. And I ate a leaf off of it, and it's not pineapple sage. So, I don't know what kind of sage it is. It's definitely a sage. We'll see when it gets a little bit bigger. Just growing at the bottom of this pineapple sage. And look at my watermelon! Oh my god, it's so exciting! Okay, anyways. And then here's my tarragon that I had to plant. What is that? It's like a, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that if it'll zoom on that. It's like a shell of a cricket. Anyways, that's tarragon. So, like I said before, when you're buying tarragon, make sure you get the French tarragon. Because as you can see, this little scraggly kit tarragon that I grew from seed right here, the leaves are slightly different, but they don't have any flavor as compared to that tarragon over there. And then right next to it, this is called curry plant, and it smells like curry. They say it doesn't taste like curry, and it's got a bitter flavor, but we'll see what happens. It smells fantastic. And then we've got artichoke, which are slowly coming around, and my blueberry plant, which everybody told me I wouldn't grow because it won't grow here, but you know what, you can do anything. And then last but not least is my lemon verbena. It's doing very well. It is also root bound, you can tell, because I'm starting to get these yellowing of the leaves. Oh, look at little spider. Anyways, I'm going to have to find somewhere to plant it. It doesn't winter well either, but look at how big and beautiful it is. I don't want to put it in the ground and then lose it. So I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. But anyways, that's the gist of it. So if you have any questions about growing sage or other garden stuff, I have my basil, which is funny. So you see, wait, hold on. So this is the basil that I grew from the grocery store. It was one of those things I just potted. Here's the other one. Flowers are all gone. Anyways, I went from the grocery store seeded right away. The bees are loving it. Look at that honey bee. Anyways, oh, now I smell like lemony thyme, or basil. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. There's a big view of the garden. I hope you are enjoying your Saturday and that you get out in the garden. Many blessings. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, don't forget to subscribe and like and all that fun stuff. And I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day.